Hello everyone, my name is Nixie Marie and I am your Feng Shui groovy guide today. And I'm actually currently in my 6-month rental. We are staying in for the next 6 months. I'm here in Sayulita, Mexico, and I've rented a super adorable eco treehouse, all within this beautiful eco community here in Sayulita. It's about 10 minutes outside of town. And so I'm going to show you more on that later because today I have a very specific topic that I want to dive in with you today because the holidays are here, hence my red blazer. And so we're going to kind of get into some Feng Shui tips for the holidays because I don't know about you guys, but this year the holidays, well, they always come up very fast. And this year for me, I don't have as much like excitement as I used to when the holidays come around. The only thing I look forward to is really the fact that my hubs get some time off and we get some downtime to kind of slow down and just reflect on the year. Now, sometimes this can be the quite opposite, where with my other company, Clarity, we're running big sales. We've got lots going on there. So while I'm busy with my business, I also know that it's sort of my invitation to slow down. It's also my birthday month. We're jumping into Sagittarius season. Where's all my Sages at? And so I also like to spend more time just sort of being present, being with myself, not going. Usually we always travel, but this time we are living where we've been traveling. So this is going to be a new experience. We are planning to do some sailing. With that all being said, there is a lot of amazing tips out there to help you prepare for this last really month of 2022. Now, even though stress is sometimes unavoidable during these holiday months, especially if you are hosting and you're throwing a big party, you're having family come over, you have kids that are nonstop, you have a really busy work schedule, and you have a nagging wife or husband or partner or kids that really want your presence. I really believe that none of that can completely be avoided. However, there are some simple ways that you can create a more joyous and happy environment. And guess what? That all starts at home. Now, the main thing we want to think about when we are inviting Feng Shui into our holiday homes is that nature is a big part of what creates that stress-free environment. So for me, that's always surrounding myself with a lot of plants, a lot of nature, elements that remind me of being in nature. And to be honest with you, this is the first time I've actually lived. I mean, my view right now in front of me is the ocean, the jungle. And I'm an indoor-outdoor living situation. So I am in it. I am in nature. And it feels really good. It feels so peaceful and just quiet on the soul, quiet on the mind. So we want to keep this in mind when we are decorating our spaces for the holiday. All right, let's start with the most important thing. This tip number 1 for you is sprucing up your cleaning and organizing as we close out the end of the year. Now, I know this could be something you don't have time for, but if you can get help and assistance, hiring a cleaning helper or somebody that can come in and help you in any way, shape, or form, this is going to really help enhance the mood of you and your roommates, your family members, and your guests that are coming to celebrate this beautiful season with you. One of the things that I love the most is obviously cleaning with all natural products, hence why I created my own brand, Clarity. Shameless self-plug there. And we're of course offering a lot of beautiful holiday sales happening right now. So head on over to that link there and get yourself some amazing Clarity products, all natural, all-purpose cleaner, and dish soap, all of them formulated by myself. And one of them has a really good smell, spiced rum. This one is just like the holidays in a bottle. Cloves, cinnamon, eucalyptus, you name it, all essential oils that make your home sing. and the importance of stepping up your cleaning and your organizing routines and rituals during these last couple weeks of the year is really because I like to think of all of the old energy from, let's say, this year, from yesterday, from tomorrow. All of this energy gets compiled up, right? And I like to go into a new year with a fresh home, with all of the energy from last year cleansed away. So the best thing for you to do is really start with a maybe weekly task of cleaning out the fridge, going deep. I'm talking about deep cleaning, guys. We're looking at, underneath the rugs, underneath the couches, in the windowsill cracks. Some of you know I used to run a cleaning company, so I know all those little secrets of deep cleaning. And man, it is so surprising how often it is to really forget how much of our home really needs love and tending to. And those old cobwebs, the dust bunnies, all the things that really need to get cleared away are so important during this time. So definitely up your cleaning game. Get organized, spend some time clearing away old things, getting rid of things, purging, just disconnecting from things that aren't going to really support you in 2023. I know it's already very, very soon to be thinking of our intentions for next year. We are going to be doing a big intention setting and deep dive into the 2023 Feng Shui report in January once that is revealed. So maybe it's not time for you to do that yet, but just know that we always in Feng Shui think about we cannot bring more things into our life without creating space for it. So make space for what is to come in 2023, even if you don't know what that is yet. All right, tip number 2 comes in with your front door. I talk about your front door a lot when it comes to Feng Shui because this is a really important element whenever you're looking at your space. This is where the mouth of your chi is going to enter into your space. So it's really important you keep this clear and cleansed, cluttered free. And with the holidays coming in, why not decorate it to spruce it up with poinsettias or little trees, rosemary for good scents and protection, cinnamon, anything that really comes to mind. The thing that I actually really love and appreciate about the holiday is that most of the elements we can decorate with can totally be very natural and organic. So when you're decorating, we want to look at doing more so of a natural element versus plastic, cheap little toys and decor, such as ornaments that are plastic. I'm not one for plastic trees. As most of you know, I'm very much against anything that has to do with single-use plastic. So if we can keep that in mind as we're decorating our front doors, that would be very helpful to the environment and your home because your home resonates with a vibration on a higher note when we're using and inviting in natural elements and decor. So get a beautiful wreath to decorate your front door with, and there's a lot of beautiful magic spells that you can cast with your front door and utilizing the energy of the holidays to set your intentions for what you're calling in. It's like a little secret Santa list or something that you are calling in from the universe. Make a list of things and your intentions going into the new year and place them underneath a welcome mat at your front door. And do that at the new moon, which is coming in December here. We've got Sagittarius new moon on Wednesday. Sorry, not December. November 23rd is the Sagittarius new moon, which is tomorrow when I'm filming this. So make sure to keep this in mind when you are working with the new moon energy. We're setting intentions, calling in new energies, and setting space for that which we desire. All right, tip number 3 is choosing intentional and festive colors within your space. The holidays bring in specific colors and set the tone for a element that we use in Feng Shui. Red is a very popular color for the holiday season, which is connected to the fire element. So we want to keep that in mind when we're decorating our spaces with lots of reds, maybe some blues as well, which symbolize water, abundance, prosperity. And maybe this year, instead of just decorating to decorate with what you have, decorate with intention while keeping the elements in mind. So some other elements that we do see in the holiday season decor is golds and silvers, which also can correlate with the abundance, wealth, and prosperity elements such as water. And also we can look at and see that there's a lot of wood elements because we're using trees to decorate our homes with. As long as we're using real, authentic trees and not the fake ones that are filled with plastic. And although they, tend to last a little bit longer, I'm definitely one of the advocates for all natural plants inside of our space, including Christmas trees. So if you're bringing that in, you're bringing in an element of wood. So this is going to bring in and enhance the growth of your home. A lot of times placement is important too, right? So where are we placing these colors, this decor? Every year, we tend to put things in the living room. What I do want to invite you into thinking about is decorating your space based on the Bagua map. Now, living rooms are generally the most perfect space for decorating. You're going to have your family members there, but I also want you to think about your intention behind your decoration and why you're putting these there. Is it just because you do it every year? Is it because you and the kids, it's like a ritual, it's a tradition, it's something you and your family really value? Is it something that you just sets you in the mood and makes you feel good and you love sipping on those mocha peppermint lattes? What is it for you? What is your intention and your why behind placing these items inside your home? Now, we can all kind of look at the underlying factor here that family and connection is a huge, huge component of the holiday season. When we look to the Bagua map, we're actually going to look at the east section of our home, which is going to be found out through a compass that we pull out and see where is the east located in our home. Now, this is what correlates and connects us to family and connection, community, building your tribe. So I would really advise you to set up an area of decor that is in the east section of your space if you can. It could be something small like a little ornament or a family heirloom or a photo of your family, something that just will enhance the family and connection gua in your space this holiday season. Now, one last thing I want to say about decor and colors. My personal favorites and my go-to would be decorating with blues, golds, whites, and silver, because this is a more tranquil, serene energy that's going to be brought into your space. Red is very harsh and it is fire element. You're going to bring in a lot of energy by bringing in lots of reds. So be mindful. I mean, when you think about why those days of the holidays are so chaotic, well, we're bringing in a lot of fire element, and we want to be really focusing on bringing more wood and water into the space just to keep it peaceful and serene. So definitely think about that when you and your kids or your family members or your partner and your spouse are decorating for the holidays this year. Another thing to keep in mind as well is the lighting that you're using. We are bringing in lots of lights because of the Christmas tree, whether we're decorating our outside home with more lights. This is also a symbol of fire element. So be mindful of the type of lighting that you're bringing into the space. Use calm, serene lights, a little bit more on the lower, dimmer side, or you can even play with color tones like white, blues, maybe like a dull silver, and see how that makes you feel in the space. All right, tip number 3. So this is something that I love to practice almost on a daily basis, or specifically when I have certain guests that come into my space and I want to make sure I'm maintaining the energy that's high vibes and functional for myself and my partner and my cat. So space clearing. Let's talk about space clearing. This is a really important element to include into your holiday intentions and what you're going to create with your space. This can be as simple as lighting some sage, rosemary, an incense in your morning routine and setting an intention in each room to clear and cleanse the energy. Or it can be as complex as hiring a professional space clearer to come in and do this to your home after you've had a big party or the holidays, the holiday buzz is over, or even when it's stepping into the new year. So right around the end of the year, you want to just cleanse and clear out the old energy by performing a space clearing. Now, if you feel equipped to doing this yourself, I really want to advise you to be mindful of where your thoughts are and where your energy is for the day in which you are performing this exercise, because that is the energy that you are going to be putting into your space. You are an extension of your space and your environment. So whatever is currently at play, whatever energies are currently there, if you feel great about them, then it's probably all the good vibes. If you feel like you want a bit of an enhancement or a shift in the energy, a space clearing is a great way to create a blank canvas, essentially. So by starting this exercise or this clearing, you're going to light some sage or light something that really works for you. I recommend definitely using something that is connected to you. I prefer to sometimes work with rosemary because this is a protection. I like to also work with sound. I love instruments, using my singing bowl, my drum, something that will move and rattle the energy around. I'm not going to get into much to how to do this because that is for a whole nother episode, which I can do. If you guys want, please put in a comment in the comments below. I will definitely be happy to do an instructional video on how to properly space clear your home. But you guys know, move the energy around with sound, with sense, with intention. Just pay attention to where your mind is at when you're doing this space clearing. And this is just something to get in the habit of doing during these holidays because it will help you with your organizing, your deep cleaning, and it'll just add to the energy, the overall physical energy of the space that, we really can't often see. And sometimes, we can feel it. We just can't see what's going on in that energy of the space. I hope that helps you create a space that is calming and peaceful this holiday season. It doesn't need to be complex. It can be really, really simple, and you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to overthink it. Just keep things as simple as possible. Maybe you're going to go a little more like me and not do some big decorations since I'm kind of in this transitional temporary space. I do want to just enforce and encourage you to make sure that it feels good, it flows, and it creates harmony. Thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Nixie Marie, and I am your Feng Shui Groovy Guide for the day. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next week.